So if you don't know by now, then you should probably get familiar.
Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Buried Vlogs. I hope you all are doing fine. So today I'm going to make a video on RAM upgradation for my Dell Vostro 3568 laptop. I thought I'll share this information with you and how it needs to be installed, so it can serve as an informational purpose to anybody who wants to do it by themselves at home. So let's begin doing that. So before proceeding further, let's talk about the configuration that I have on my laptop. It's an i3 7th generation processor from Intel. It has a 4GB RAM and 1TB hard disk drive. It also has a DVD writer in it. It's a 15.6 inch screen. So the main reason for this upgradation is because the processor is working very slow. I wouldn't say the processor exactly. The laptop is working slow, maybe because of the system is using up too much of RAM. 4GB is not being sufficient, so I thought I'll upgrade it to another 4GB. So the maximum RAM limit for this laptop is 8GB. We already have 4GB pre-installed, and I'm going to upgrade it to another 4GB. And let's see how the laptop performs. So this laptop is a new one. I purchased it in May 2019. It's been serving well in terms of editing videos. It has a pre-installed application that we'll talk about later sometime probably. So let's go ahead with the installation. Okay, to start off with the whole thing, we would require this precision screwdriver. So I got this set from Flipkart. It costed me around 130. The RAM that I got is a 4GB editor RAM. So it's a DDR4 RAM. It's the same RAM that's been used in the laptop. Online, this was costing around 2,600, but I got this from SP Road. It costed me around 1,300, half the price of what actually we are getting online. That's inclusive of GST. So let's proceed with the installation now. Alright, so to start off with, we need to open these 9 screws that we have here, and there is another 2 screws that we have below this battery. So first we'll have to remove this battery. We have 2 screws here, and we'll start off removing these screws first. Alright guys, so I've opened all the screws. I think we have to remove the DVD writer from here. So yes, I'll have to remove this as well. So this is the DVD writer. We'll have this. We will also have to remove the keyboard. That's the skin that I've put on the keyboard. Okay, so here we go. The keyboard is out. Now we have to open these 2 screws here. We have 1, we have 2, there's another one. So we have 3 screws here that we need to open so that the back panel can open easily. But before that, we need to remove this. We need to open the clip. When you open this clip here, this comes out, right? You need to do the same thing for this. Open the clip, this comes out. right? Okay, this aside. To open these screws. So this cable here belongs to the motherboard connection, and the one that I removed previously was related to keyboard. So after that I have removed 5 other screws here. So now I'll need to flip the laptop and try opening the cover. Let's try and do that. Very carefully and gently. We have little clips here that holds these cover. Okay, so when you pull from all the sides, this part is gonna give you some trouble. So don't worry, try to pull it out hard. It's gonna come out. This is the Kingston lock part. This is the corner which is gonna give some trouble. Try to pull it out hard, it's okay. So when you pull this out, this part will be probably shaky or it might come out. So it's okay, you don't have to worry about it. You have to readjust it to this particular place where the screw is gonna be tightened. So now this is the cover. Remember, this is the motherboard socket that will be connected later when I'm fixing it this back. So I'm going to keep this aside. I'll keep this piece aside as well so that I just don't lose it. So now here's the actual laptop. This is the hard drive. You can replace this with an SSD if you have to, I mean if you want to, but it's a normal hard disk drive. You get a solid state drive nowadays. You can replace this. You can remove the connections from here and replace the SSD. So that's gonna work fine. Here comes the motherboard. Below this turbofan you're gonna get the i3 processor. You have 2 RAM slots here. This is one of the RAM slots. It's a 4 GB RAM. Now to remove this slot, you're not supposed to remove this anyways, because I'm just gonna add another slot here. I'm gonna add this new slot. I'm gonna add it here. So now I'm just gonna open this to see how it works. I'm just gonna pull it out apart. When you just pull it out, the RAM chip is gonna open. So this is the already existing RAM. It's a 4 GB 2400 megahertz DDR4 RAM. So I'm going to put it back. Right, so I'm going to put this new RAM inside now. I'm going to put it in this slot. Let me open this now. Okay, so I'm going to just insert it here. Done. So I've inserted the RAM perfectly, and let's put it back all together. While putting back, make sure that this part here, this one needs to go underneath this so that it can get connected back to the keyboard. Oh, and yeah, don't forget to put this this piece back here. This piece has to go here. I'm gonna press all the sides like this. Make sure you're fixing it very firmly. Alright, so now let's put back the motherboard pin. Yeah. Done. Insert this back. Yeah, right. Alright, so when you're inserting this in, make sure that these little blue strips, this one here, is actually ahead of this white strip. You need to make sure you're sticking it ahead. The blue color, the blue extensions need to go ahead. You need to make sure that they are correctly inserted in. Post that, you can just close this clip. Okay. That's done. Same goes with the motherboard clip. I've inserted it firmly. I'm gonna put this back. Alright, so after both these pins are in, make sure you are putting back those screws that we had unscrewed. Okay, let's put the keyboard back. You just need to press this down. You have all these clips around, they're gonna hold the keyboard very firmly. Make sure you're pressing the keyboard from all sides and making sure it's not shaky and it's fixed firmly. So now when this is done, we need to put together the DVD writer. Just gonna insert this. Now let me put over all the screws and we'll see how the laptop's working. But before that, let's not make the work double. I'm just gonna switch on the laptop and we'll see if everything is fine. So I'm just gonna switch on. I'm inserting this battery back in. Let's go ahead and check if the laptop is working fine. Okay, so you're gonna get this kind of a screen. The amount of system memory has changed. You can continue on this. It's fine. So the system is going to use the other RAM now. It's going to pick both the RAM slots. So the RAM is going to be 8 GB now. You don't have to run a diagnostics. You don't have to go to a BIOS setup. BIOS setup is something that's going to be more critical. Just in case you use something and you save it, you don't know what you have done. It's going to mess up the whole thing. Okay, so I've logged in. Let's check your RAM size. This is a Windows 10 operating system. So in this operating system, if you need to check your RAM, you can just click on this folder and you see this PC written here. Just right click on this, click on properties, and now you can see that the installed RAM is 8 GB. So it's done. Let me put back all the screws now. Alright guys, that was it regarding the RAM installation. So if you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn on the post notification icon. Also share this video to your friends, and so that it can be of some information to them, and they can start working on these petty things on their own at home. It's gonna cost you a lot when you go outside. So until we meet next time on a different video, bye bye, take care.